Eighth and final race weekend of the BMW IBSF Women's Skeleton World Cup. We're in Lake Placid, New York. Into the final heat of the season, Germany's Jackie Pfeiffer, the best of the four German sliders, lying in a very strong fifth position. She might have had a chance to challenge for the top three in the overall World Cup standings if she hadn't been forced to miss out the first race in Beijing. But since coming back to the World Cup squad, Pfeiffer has shown that she is just as strong as ever she was. A top five finish, completing her season.
Danke fürs Zuschauen.
In fourth place, Katie Uhlaender, the world champion on this track in 2012, a World Cup winner in 2006 and 2007. But she hasn't had a World Cup race here since 2019. That didn't really show. Uhlaender was absolutely flying on a track she knows well. Not quite as quick through the chicane on the second trip down the mountain, but it was enough to put her in front of Pfeiffer with 3 to go. Would it be enough to take a medal? In the top three, Kim Marmans lying second in the World Cup standings and looking to seal herself into that Crystal Globe winning position. A good strong first heat, another quick start in the second, and once more she looked in full control on her Bromley sled. Smooth, fast, everything you need down the rough Lake Placid track. It's a real driver's track, and she knows how to exert the speed. Across the line, 2400s up, denying Uhlaender a shot at the medals.
What a season! See you next year.
With 2 to go, we got to our World Cup points leader, Kimberly Boss. By making it into the second heat, she had sealed herself in as the World Cup champion. And that was probably just as well, because the second heat was not exactly vintage Boss. She's been in the top 3 in the World Cup overall standings for the previous 3 seasons, including winning it in 2021-22. And for the 4th year in a row, she's been a competitor at every race. 2 wins, 2 silvers, and now a 3rd medal guaranteed, a bronze at least for Kim Boss, and the World Cup title. And the final slider, America's Mystique Rowe. The Push World Champion last year, she wasn't in the World Cup team for the USA and couldn't slide in last year's World Cup race in December 23. This year, that's not an issue. Producing an even faster start in the second heat, she flew down the Lake Placid track, one that she knows superbly well. And even though she had a little skiddy chicane, she still had enough to hang on and claim her first ever World Cup win by just 0.02 of a second. Her first gold, adding to 2 silvers in a bronze in what's been a stellar season for Mystique Rowe, her first in the World Cup. And Kimberly Boss, the overall World Cup champion for the 2nd time in her career, ahead of Kim Marmans and Valentina Margallo.